Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Minecraft with me, Lucy. It feels good to be back here. It feels pretty much exactly like being home from a holiday. I had a lot of fun, but you're glad to be home, except you didn't really tidy up much before leaving, and now you can really tell how much work needs to be done now that you're back. This is what it feels like for me right now, and the work, there's a lot of work to be done everywhere. Everywhere I look, I have unfinished projects like the barracks, like this place here. So I'm going to work actually on this area today. There's a lot more things we could be doing, but this is sort of the bit that's interesting to me today. No, I'm not working on the inside of the barracks though, because I just don't feel like doing interiors today all that much. So we're going to be working on this little section over here. It's a bit of an awkward cliff face. We have a path that starts going somewhere and then doesn't. We have a stairs here that doesn't connect with anything. It's a little bit of a shambles. And also we have this awkward kind of pit in the ground, but that's all okay. At the moment, we're just going to focus on this section here. So what are we building here? Well, I'm thinking it's time to kind of get some of my villagers sorted out. So we only have two stonemasons, guys, and the two stonemasons, they don't provide enough quartz when I'm building with quartz. Now, thankfully, I am done with most of my quartz builds just now, but I have a couple ideas for things in the future that I'm going to need a lot of it for. So these two guys here, they're lovely. I'm going to keep them here, but they're not enough. We need more. More things, more people to trade with. So I'm going to build a couple houses for stonemasons. And the core concept of this build is going to be using the colors that are in the library roof and kind of using the library as a template in the first place to kind of make it more cohesive with everything else, to build a couple of cute little cottages for the stonemasons to work in. So this is actually, I think, the perfect place for them because I can make the houses fairly tall, and I love the idea of a two kind of layer entrance where you can come in from the top floor over here, or you can come into the ground floor from down here. I think that's such a cool idea. And we have a little natural cave here. Doesn't look very good just now, but I think we could use this to make a quarry of some sort, so that can tie in with the sort of the lore, the narrative of it being a stonemason's house. Now, I am kind of thinking that making three little cottages, both quite tall, is going to be a very cute idea here instead of one large build, because we have all these colors, right? Whoops, let me find. Have this color of red, the orange, and the yellow, and I really want to use that in more builds. So if I have three cottages, each one with a different roof color, I think that's really fun. And yes, that's exactly what I've been doing in Arcadia, but I'm feeling it. I'm vibing with it. So uh, a cottage with a red roof, a cottage with an orange roof, and a cottage with a yellow roof. Now for the orange roof, I actually think we can use resin. We haven't used resin much at all in our series yet, since it's, it's still a fairly new block. But this is gonna work absolutely lovely for a roofing material. I'm still undecided on what I'm gonna use for yellow because I could do concrete, but I'm thinking I'm gonna be using a lot of stairs, so we're gonna have to work something out for yellow, whether that's just using bamboo and it's not as vibrant as the library roof or not. I wish gold had stairs or something, but we'll figure something out. For now, I'm going to start with the frames of the houses here. I'm actually thinking of doing them sort of as terraced houses that you would get in the UK. If you don't know what a terraced house is think a big house, but it's kind of split up into smaller houses and the walls are conjoined together. I really don't know how to explain it well, but I would just recommend Googling a terraced house and seeing how that looks. That's the wrong That's the wrong Y level. Oh well. So now I'm just marking out the height. This is sort of where I want the roof to start. This is going to give us such a nice cozy alleyway feeling. We're gonna go out this way a little bit. Yep, this is about right. I haven't really thought about the logistics of making a terraced house with three different roofs though, because normally, well, they share a roof. So I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll figure something out. And maybe, in fact, we will have a gap and put the third house here. Whoops, I fell in. Because I do want to have this cave open. So maybe two terraced houses and then one on its own. I think that could still look really good. Oh, in fact, I just had a fantastic idea of having these connected, but we have sort of a hole in the house. Well, not really a hole, but we have like a section of the house where it's only the second floor, not the ground floor, so I can walk through to the cave. or to the mine rather. I think that would look really cool actually. Finished the wireframing, so let's take a look. Oh wow, look at those colors pop out. I love the size of this actually. I think it blocks the section of the library that doesn't have any windows anyways. So that's fine with me. And I think it's gonna feel really cozy down here. In fact, let's maybe connect these up as well, just to help visualize really what's going to be happening here. Do-do-do. So we have a little bit of an awkward section here in between the roofs because of the dimensions of the build. So I've decided this is the perfect section to put a bunch of chimneys in. So that's what I'm going to do with that, in case you're wondering. So this is, we have our little walkway through here to the cave. These are the houses on both sides. These are the roofs. It looks a little bit awkward, but I think actually getting rid of this upper section there and doing it like that might be better. So just imagine a line coming down this way to match that instead of it being there. Anyways, we're gonna have our little walkway through here. I think we're gonna have some maybe furnace looking things with chimneys going out straight away over there through the second floor. And then here we're gonna have this really cozy alleyway feeling because we're gonna have the house protruding slightly outwards. I think that's gonna be such a cool look. I would actually like to do it more, but things are gonna start touching and it's gonna feel weird. I could remove some of those leaves, but I think the logs are gonna touch regardless. And maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay. I don't know. I have to think about it. But yeah, this is basically the plan for the house. Now I know what color I'm gonna make the roof. I think for the actual walls of the houses, that's going to be a little bit more tricky to sell on a color palette. One option I have is to go for the sort of stony build that I have over here with the blacksmith. Or I could do something kind of following the library, because these are really going to be like mini library style builds. So I could do sandstone, birch, and quartz as well. And I think that might be the best way to go because I know for sure that's going to work with the roof colors. So straight away, I'm going to need to buy some quartz. I've just realized that this three wide house is actually going to be one wide once I actually put the walls on the inside of the spruce logs here. So that's a little bit of a whoopsie. It doesn't look too bad from the outside though. And on the inside, I guess all we're gonna have is a ladder going upstairs. All right, that is looking pretty good. I have got the walls in now, so it's time to start working on the roof and then we'll add the detailing. And I quite like the way this looks actually. I think here we need a little bit of a darker color, maybe tough or something inside to make it look a little bit more mine entrancey, I guess. But other than that, yeah, I like the way this is shaping out. This might have been a mistake, guys. You can kind of see the two other roofs coming in there. The red and the orange there from the redstone and nether brick. They look so good. I'm so happy with that. Obviously, it's not finished. There's like a couple of weird blocks remaining. The outside's not done, but you can kind of start seeing the image, the goal, I guess, of the build. Um, this bamboo is not quite what I was looking for in terms of color. It's very, very pale compared to the library roof and obviously compared to the yellow wall. Now, the yellow wall was just a placeholder, but just in the background against the library roof, it kind of looks odd. So I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I might try to do a different kind of roof at all. I might try to do a completely different type of roof here. One that doesn't need slabs or stairs. So it'll be like a little bit odd one out, but it might still work. I'm not sure. But I don't think I can use the bamboo. I'm not happy with it at least. You know, I am flying about trying to think of roof colors, and I am kind of changing my mind and thinking about just demolishing this whole side of the building. Maybe it's not necessary. Maybe we've just gone a little bit too far with the idea, because I can't think of any way to make this roof work, and without that roof, I can't think of a way to make the whole idea work. So I might actually tear down this whole section of the roof, so we just have like two little houses next to each other, and then maybe something else here for the entrance of the mine. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll just get rid of this whole thing. Right, a third of the house is gone, but I actually think that looks a lot better now. So let's smack this scaffolding down. Always so satisfying. And get working on the area here. I actually feel like my brain can't really cope with the image of this before I kind of sort out the rest of this space because I'm looking at the houses, but I'm getting distracted by like a dirt wall, an unfinished staircase, and just this clutter everywhere, stuff like that. I think one thing we do really need to bring into the space though is some organic material. And what I mean by that is we have a lot of builds here in this area that are very straight line. Um, straight line. This is, you know, a very blocky straight build. There's a big long section of a very straight wall. Even this is sort of perfectly straight. So there's a lot of really strong shapes here. And I'm lacking that sort of organicness, bubbliness, of clutterness. I don't know how to explain it. You know, when you have leaves and they kind of just go everywhere. I think that's what we need here because I can't put it into a build, but I think I can put a tree here somewhere and I think it's going to really break up the space. So I'm going to work on this path here, this dirt wall, and then see if I can squeeze in a tree somewhere in this area. I think we need to amend this section of the path here because I can't really connect it up to this little bit over here. So we're going to dig some of this out and maybe just make this like a one big area instead. Yeah, that seems good to me. Don't know if I've ever had a creeper spawn there. This is very strange. I don't think I've ever had any mobs spawn on my roof over there. Did I remove a light somewhere by accident? Still have a big bit of dirt wall there, but this section at least is looking a lot better. You know, this is going to be a path going out everywhere. So that's good. That makes me feel a little bit better. And I have a little area here where I think I can put a tree in. Let's see, maybe this big? So around here. It's a little bit of a weird spot for a tree, but I have this image of a tree sort of hanging down here somewhat a little bit curved, so I think that could look good. Yes, it doesn't really make much sense because, well, the tree doesn't have much dirt to get its roots into. This is all cliff face, but I could maybe change that if it starts bothering me. But yeah, I'm gonna try building something here. For this tree color, I am definitely inspired by my time in Arcadia where Red built this amazing tree made out of pale oak logs and pale oak fences and all that stuff. So I think I want one of these for myself. It's such a good idea. I'm gonna steal it somehow, somewhat. Um, yeah. Oh, a white tree sort of makes perfect sense for me here because of all the quartz and everything. It's gonna fit right in. But we're gonna get that nice little bit of greenery. In fact, it's not gonna be very green though because I'm using mangrove, which is an interesting color combination. I'm only using mangrove because I have a whole bunch of it. I could use the same leaves as here, the azalea. Maybe that would be better. I might try both. I'll mix them both in. See how it looks. This is only the beginning of the tree, but I'm definitely not vibing with the mangrove color here in this sort of this biome. It goes all kind of teal, which is nice sometimes, but I think we want that really bright green here for contrast. So I tear this down. I have been working on this for quite a while, so let's take a little walk through. Ignore the villagers still stuck here, and take a little look-see here. Here is the tree. It's a tree. What more can I say? It's a tree. I think it actually looks okay. It's not my proudest work, but it's, you know, it's decent. It's not terrible. And I quite like it in the spot. I think it really breaks things up. And then there's a little staircase here that goes all the way down now. And here is from the other side. I think this is a cute spot now. I think the green really helps to break up all the browns and whites and everything in here, so that is nice. I mean, we have the white in the tree, but it still really works. I added a little path here as well. It's a very plain one, but as you walk around this side, you get to see the tree a little bit. I think that looks good also. And I'm gonna start working on this cave entrance as well as the inside of the houses soon. But overall, I'm quite chuffed with this, and even this little section here. Aside from the torches, we're gonna replace with some lanterns. I think this bit feels also very cozy. I wouldn't mind living here. We're gonna need some sort of stairs down, but you can see sort of the tree straight out your window. It's a little bit tall to see out, but you know, you can see it out. And I think also it looks good from the villager hall. If we walk around here where there's no path and go in here, you can see the tree through the moon window, but I really don't mind that. I think it's okay actually. It feels cozy. So big fan of that. Um yeah, this was really bad at the start, I think, but I've kind of saved the spot a little bit with this idea. It's complete, you guys. I am so happy with what we ended up making here. It started off quite hit and miss, to be honest. I wasn't the proudest of the way it was looking in the middle or beginning, I guess, of it. But now I'm fairly satisfied with these homes. I think they look really cute. I brought in the mangrove there at the sort of roof sealy bit as well. I think that helps to kind of tie it together with this other build next to it. So we don't have the basil or the deep slate in this build. I think the mangrove kind of it sandwiches them nicely together. And then you have the library there as well with the matching trims and sort of a matching roof. I think it works really well in this spot. I love my little quarry here with the tree. Love this little area. And now on the inside, form over function for sure. There's much I could do here. Ignore this. I've run out of logs. I just grabbed some more. Let's fix this. There we go. There's really not much in here. Oh, apparently I never put a pane in here. Okay, well. Oh yeah, get me. I'm prepared. I'm definitely prepared to be recording just now. It's kind of boring in here. It's kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure what to do with insides. I'm not really in a mood for interiors at all right now, so this is the best I could do. We have a little nice painting, you know, to keep the workers motivated. You know, ignore the skeleton in there. They might be slightly mad at me for reasons undisclosed, but I promise you I didn't do anything bad and there was no murder. Yep, for sure. But yeah, I mean, what more do we need in here other than an ender chest and a crafting table, most likely? We're probably gonna need some storage, realistically. So I was thinking of maybe putting storage up here. But I'm open to ideas. I could also put more villagers in here. I probably should have finished the roof before showing you guys, but I'm finished. I'm leaving it here for today. I'll do this whole area when I figure out what I want to do with it. So yeah, let me know if you have any ideas for what should go on this floor here. This little alleyway is really nice. This little staircase down as well. I could maybe put something here, like a little bench. Or some leaves. It feels a little bit empty around the side, so I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking this build might be improved next time you guys see it. But overall, you know, overall I'm pleased. I think we got a lot done here today, and I think this area really needed something. And this feels right at home. To me, it just feels right at home, so I'm happy with that. Anyways, guys, I am gonna wrap up here for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Goodbye!